Welcome. My name is Rachel, and I'm excited to share my instructional design portfolio with you. This portfolio represents the culmination of my learning, creativity, and growth throughout my journey in the Masters of Science in Learning Design and Technology program at the University of South Florida. To begin, navigation can be found at the top of each page. The home page can be accessed by clicking my name here at the top left. Information about me, a little bit about my personality and experiences can be found by clicking About. A range of different projects and artifacts that I created can be found by clicking the Projects button. And the video tour, of course, is this video. On my homepage, I wanted to make a good first impression by showing my personality as an educator and designer. So I felt this interactive slideshow communicates and highlights important concepts for embracing the future of learning design and technology. These concepts are reiterated and shown in practice in my projects and artifacts. Another navigation to the artifacts and descriptions of each of the AECT standards can be found here, and ways to contact me at the bottom of the page. Let's start with the About Me page, where you can learn about who I am as a learning designer and what drives my work. On this page, I introduce myself and share a bit about my background. I'm passionate about creating engaging, meaningful learning experiences that make real impact. My journey in instructional design began and has been shaped by my love for education, creativity, and helping others succeed and feel empowered. At the bottom, my narrative can be found by clicking here. And it's a good way to read about my educational and work experiences and how my learning experiences in this program at USF has helped me prepare to achieve professional goals in the future. Also, there is a link to my full resume with my skills, technical and professional, and current certifications. The next page that I'll walk you through today is the projects page. My portfolio includes a variety of projects that align with the professional standards of the Association for Educational Communications and Technology. The AECT defines the competencies for educational technology professionals, focusing on creating, using, assessing, and managing technology-based learning environments. Let's begin with the first standard, content knowledge. The AECT Standard 1 focuses on a designer's understanding of content, pedagogy, and the appropriate use of technology to support learning. It emphasizes the ability to create meaningful learning experiences that are grounded in both subject matter expertise and instructional theory. For example, my e-learning module on financial literacy for college athletes demonstrates strong content knowledge by translating complex financial concepts into accessible learner-centered material. In this project, I applied instructional design principles like chunking content, using scenario-based learning, and incorporating formative assessments to reinforce understanding. Using these interactive elements supports learner engagement and retention. The next artifact is a final paper that discusses my vision of future classroom and emerging technologies. It demonstrates that I can select and use technological resources that support student learning and enhance pedagogy. This standard shifts the focus from simply creating materials to the professional rationale behind applying them in a learning environment. For this particular study, I explored virtual reality in middle school classrooms to boost engagement, comprehension, and creativity. The third artifact on this page demonstrates how I can effectively evaluate the integration of technological resources and instructional materials. So while Standard 1.2 focuses on using tools, this one requires designers to prove these tools actually work. The artifact that I linked here is a research proposal that investigates how AI can be implemented or used in classrooms in ways that enhance essential core human skills, such as collaboration and creativity. It presents a research idea to use a mixed method study design to evaluate both learning outcomes and the experiences of students. It includes an in-depth material evaluation of AI in classrooms and suggestions for further improvements. The second AECT standard focuses on a designer's ability to implement educational technologies and processes based on modern content and teaching materials. While Standard 1 focuses on knowledge, Standard 2 is about the reflective practice, demonstrating that a learning designer can effectively apply that knowledge in a real-world instructional context. The first substandard, creating, is about applying instructional design principles and research-based best practices to build a product that improves performance outcomes. To begin here, this video features a teacher demonstrating how to run learning centers for older students. This video translates theoretical concepts like active learning and student-led inquiry into a visual, actionable guide. The goal of Standard 2.1 is to improve learning and performance outcomes. By providing other teachers with a reusable, visual resource, this video serves as a professional development tool that bridges the gap between theory and actual classroom practice. The next artifacts are simple job aids that can be used as tools to solve specific performance problems in a real-world setting. These job aids can be used to reduce cognitive load by simplifying complex tasks to support the learner. The first is a performance support tool that facilitates learning through doing. Specifically, ways to reduce common back-to-school stress that many students face. The second includes tips for being a successful online student. Both job aids began with identifying a problem and then implementing the aid. The next substandard, 2.4, managing, involves planning and monitoring a project from start to finish. This usability test serves as a strong artifact because it documents the oversight of the instructional design process of an application called Duolingo. In this report, I was able to observe real users interacting with the design and identify pain points, poor layouts, or poor cognitive overload. I learned to use these insights to make informed improvements for effective final products, like the app Duolingo. The third AECT standard defines the professional's responsibility to facilitate learning by creating, using, evaluating, and managing environments that support diverse learners. So to begin with substandard 3.1, creating, this artifact is a scenario-based e-learning design plan that takes learning into an interactive digital environment designed to emphasize higher-order thinking and problem-solving in a safe environment for learners. The next artifact is an instructional design proposal focused on AI for college and career readiness. It exemplifies AECT Standard 3.2 using by showing how I can make professionally sound decisions to select and implement content for learners. I gained much experience working with others on these two projects. As a project manager, I learned how to lead, plan, and communicate with a group. I facilitated meetings, helped design, assign tasks, and ensure everyone was on schedule. I also had to align the design of our module with multiple student designers contributing so that all the content aligned to the original learning objectives. Next, this artifact is a visual interface design and website that sets up the operational and technical framework needed to maintain a consistent, effective technology infrastructure for learning. This managing substandard specifically requires candidates to establish ways for maintaining technology to improve learning. This interface manages a visual environment that allows community to contribute and share learning practices. Standard 4 emphasizes collaboration, leadership, and reflection within a community of practice to enhance learning experiences. The first substandard, collaborative practice, shifts the educator's role from a consumer of technology to an active participant in a professional community of practice. This project is a professional development for classroom teachers to learn how to critically evaluate digital tools and rethink how to use technology in a student-centered way. This module can act as a catalyst for professional dialogue, moving the idea of rethinking technology from a private reflection to a school-wide collaborative effort. Next, for the substandard leadership, this artifact, like others, was created using Articulate 360. It's a professional development about creative lesson planning that exemplifies my ability to lead peers in developing instructional materials. And lastly, for the fourth standard, 4.4 Assessing Evaluating focuses on the ability to design and implement assessment and evaluation plans that align with learning goals. This artifact is an online course evaluation rubric that assesses the quality and effectiveness of digital learning experiences. The final standard focuses on a designer's ability to use evidence-based practices to justify design decisions. The first artifact for substandard 4.1 demonstrates that learning design is grounded in established learning theory. This research proposal draws from constructivism and the TPACK framework model for effective teaching. And my final artifact exemplifies applying research methodologies to solve problems and enhance practices. This video discusses some ethical implications of integrating emergent technologies into student learning. And that is the end of this video presentation. Thank you for listening.